if you're sensing a general theme to the past couple shows, it's because there kind of is one. All these stories that are coming across my desk, they are various different iterations of Republicans who are absolutely panicking and flailing and desperately trying to find an attack on Kamala Harris that is going to stick. Again, even I'm shocked by this because very clearly Kamala is a corporate centrist politician. There's plenty of stuff there to attack. They just haven't found a single good fucking line yet. It's astonishing to watch. So now we're going to go deeper into the land of stupidity. We discussed a bunch of Fox News stuff, discussed Trump himself. Now we go to Newsmax. Now remember, in the hierarchy, we have Fox News, of course, is the number one Republican propaganda network, Trump defense network. But then right behind that, you have Newsmax. And then under that is even worse is One American News. But I don't know, Newsmax might be tied now with One American News with their silliness. So here we go. They do this is the classic right-wing media move. Classic. Let's bring on a black conservative to attack Kamala in ways that their white counterparts cannot. Because everybody will be like, that's fucking racist. That's insane, the shit you're saying. So here we go. Black conservative goes on Newsmax. Listen to this new line of attack against Kamala. This is something else.
Well, what do you think? What do you think President Trump can do to combat this flood of misinformation? And now he's being called a racist just because he said, you know what, Kamala Harris, she changes her race depending. She did run a campaign that she was Indian. He said, I don't care if she's whatever heritage she is, but she does seem to flip flop when it comes to her race. No one is denying she's African, she's black, and she's Indian, but she's the one that has kind of highlighted either or depending on whom she's speaking with.
I'm glad you bring that up. Myself, I was very just amazed that we're getting now to this level. Instead of focusing on issues, it's now, is Kamala Harris black or not? I'm going to say this as a black African-American man. Kamala Harris, she's a person of color. Kamala Harris, if she gets elected as president, it's going to be great to have a person of color in the White House. But this is the thing. She is now race baiting. She is now doing blackface. She is not black. She is a Jamaican American. She is an Indian American. What she's doing is when she ran for the United States Senate, she sat there and said I was an Indian American. Now she's black all of a sudden.
She's doing blackface. Is what he said. She's doing blackface. And he said, well, it doesn't count because she's Indian American and Jamaican American. Excuse me, sir. What color are Jamaicans? Okay, well, I can't deal with this. Guys, in this country, the right has set up the rules of one drop, son. The one drop rule. If you have one drop of black blood, you're black. These are the rules of the game that they set up. They set it up. Now all of a sudden, you have somebody who's 50% black. Nope, doesn't count. Doesn't count. Why wouldn't it count? Well, technically, they're from the islands. Okay, so if the argument is, well, she doesn't have any descendants that were slaves in this country, well, there's plenty of African Americans where the Africans came when slavery had already ended. Do they not count too? Hey, they're African American and their skin is black, but since they don't have descendants who were slaves, that doesn't count. So it doesn't count if you're Haitian, doesn't count if you're Jamaican, doesn't count if you're African, but you don't have descendants who were slaves here. What are we doing? What's this stupid fucking game we're playing? What are we doing here? No, you guys claimed one drop rule. Now you have somebody who's way more than one drop, 50% black. Nope, doesn't count. She's doing blackface. I've never seen a clip that downplays the history of blackface worse than this clip. Right? Because what was blackface? Blackface was from minstrel shows, which are like the fucking most racist thing anybody can ever imagine. White people doing black stereotypes with a painted black face on, joking like, oh my God, they're stupid and they're dumb and they're not like us and we're superior and here's a show where we're going to fucking rub that in. That's what blackface is. But now Kamala is doing blackface. Why? Because her dad's Jamaican and she looks black? If I didn't tell somebody Kamala Harris's lineage, right? What would the average American say if they look at Kamala Harris? Yeah, she's black. That's what they'd say. Now it doesn't count. Why? Because Daddy Trump decided to lean into the argument. And she's Indian. She's Indian. She said she was Indian. Now all of a sudden she says she turned black. She turned black. She has always been fucking biracial. She can lean into the Indianness whenever she wants. She can lean into the blackness whenever she wants. She has always been biracial. This weird, creepy obsession with old white Republicans about race. It ain't the left talking about gender. It ain't the left talking about identity. You guys started the conversation. You guys did. And by the way, her response was pitch perfect. She's basically like, this is the same old divisiveness and stupidity we've seen all along. That's it. She didn't clutch her pearls. Oh, how dare you? You want to know why? Because she's just given Trump enough rope to hang himself. Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep making these attacks. I hope Trump brings up the new birtherism thing against Kamala. There's some idiots out there like Laura Loomer's. Oh, Kamala Harris is actually not American, bro, even though she's born in America, bro. By all means, please proceed. Because this shit is not going to fucking work. And now you got conservative networks bringing on black conservatives to say she's doing blackface. Yeah, that'll land. I'm sure a lot of Americans will listen to that and nod along and go, that's right. Every single independent voter and moderate voter in the fucking country is watching this and wincing and going, what are they doing? They are actively turning off not just moderates and independents, but also the black people who they're pretending to defend here by saying, oh, she's not really black. You're not like us real black folks. Well, the polls are showing quite the opposite. They're going straight up for Kamala, especially among the black community. Because dumb, racist attacks like this are going to make people feel like, hey, this is fucked up. So again, please proceed. She's doing blackface, he said. She's doing blackface. Jesus Christ. She's so committed to the blackface bit, I mean, that her dad is black. She's doing blackface by having a black father. Very, very bad. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.